Welcome back to Zetacraft, episode 7 I believe we're on, and as you can see we're over here at the Shulker farm, hanging out, listening to these guys just constantly shoot, and I made a little mud contraption. This is designed by Il Mango, but because it's on a server and servers lag a little bit more than normal, he did say this in his video, I couldn't just hold, attack, and place to dig out the mud. I had to do it basically manually. So, the reason that we're doing this is because in the last episode, Maya actually worked on the armor stands within our house and refused payment. So I figured, why not give Maya a little gift? And since Maya's doing his mud man stuff and needs tons and tons of mud, I figured I would make him a shulker of mud. So there you have it. We're going to go deliver this to Maya's house. I'm going to name it and probably color the shulker and everything first. So I'll bring you back once we're at Maya's house. And we made it over here to Maya's main base area, and if you haven't seen Maya's content, definitely go check him out because he has been placing so much mud. This is over 81,000 mud blocks that he has placed down in this area. And then he also has this little like villager wheat area. And then in his most recent episode, he has started his mega base, which is this. And this is his like main storage facility. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it right in the front, right when he comes through the portal. Boom. It says, thanks for the armor stands. And then we're going to say, from boss. And purple for me. And glow ink so that it is bright enough to read. So thanks again, Maya. I hope that you enjoy your free mud and free shulker box. Not that you need either of them because you have plenty of both, but that's what you get when you refuse payment. Anyways, what are we going to be working on today? Great question. I honestly haven't figured that out yet. I know the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to spend some time over in the shopping district cleaning up the landscaping around the firework shop. And then from there, we're probably honestly going to start working on our first mega base area. I guess I shouldn't say mega base. Mega project area. Let's go ahead and head over to the shopping district, and I can give you kind of an idea of what I'm going to work on. All right, we're over here. We have designed the rest of the landscaping in creative. I am going to spend some time doing this right now, and we'll do a little mini time lapse for it. It shouldn't take us too long. It's really not gonna change too much, but I am gonna add a little bit more detail, maybe some sitting areas, some bushes, and things like that. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get right to it. It's not too bad. I think there could be more, but I also didn't want to overdo it. So what I did was I added a second little river pathway and then made this like a little sitting like island park, if you will. I might add a few more flowers around it just to make it like more of a little park. But I don't want to add any more roses because I already feel like there's too many roses around here. And then I added these little like trimmed proper bushes with the TF for take flight on both sides of the entrance, and then also added this little like tarmac like edging, and then extended the tarmac back all the way to here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think it looks as plain as it did before. So really, that's all I wanted to do here was just kind of clean it up, add a little pond. I might come back and throw a couple lily pads, maybe a I can't remember what they're called, the coral fans things, just to make it look a little bit nicer. But for now, we're done here. And now, Megatecha wants to meet up. So let's go see what he has going on.
Hello, boss.
I'm really nervous being around you right now because I'm well aware that somebody has paid you to kill me. So maybe just stand like 5 blocks away at all times.
I don't have my stuff ready to murder you, okay? Okay.
Well, you admit it. Somebody paid you to murder me.
I do admit someone did pay me to murder you. Well, murder's a little bit extreme. I would say demise.
It's still murder. So even though Mega's here to kill me, we had this game planned for like a long time that we want to go do. And it's not really a game, it's more of a competition, death race between the two of us. We're going to go to the deep dark with no armor, no weapons, and no crouching allowed. And whoever doesn't die and or gets the most loot wins. And we're going to make bets per deep dark, maybe like a diamond block. Are you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
On who wins based on that. And then at the end, we'll probably just split all the loot because it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
this is a bad idea.
Well, that was fast. We didn't even start yet, and I just died. I was flying down this to make sure that I wasn't getting anywhere near Maya's ancient city, because there's like 5 cities around his base. And there's a glitch where if you land on stairs after flying, like I was flying about this fast, and I died, just slamming into the stairs. So now I'm trying to do this without dying to get my stuff back. All right, we've made it down to the deep dark, and we want to talk a little bit about the rules of this game. And the rules are as follows. No armor, no tools, no weapons, no crouching. Whoever dies the least amount and gets the most loot wins each deep dark. Mindless is going to be joining us probably for the second, third, fourth, however many we end up doing. But for the first one, it's just going to be me versus Mega, and we agreed on a diamond block as our bet, right?
Yep.
And then at the end, we'll just split any loot that we get. So we're going to go ahead and get all prepped up, ready, and then we're going to jump right into this deep dark.
Bad idea. I'm terrified.
Ready?
No, I'm not.
Oh, wait, make sure you say your spawn.
Yeah, true. Good point. Okay.
And go. All right, so in loot, it looks like I got the most loot total, but in terms of deaths, Mega, you lost the first ancient city because I didn't die at all. I technically died in the second ancient city, even though it shouldn't count because I was in our little cubby like this, but he shot me through a wall, so I'll count it. So you get the win. And then this one, Mindless, you definitely lost.
You definitely lost with what, 20 deaths overall?
Oh,
I don't want to talk about it, guys. I don't want to talk about it.
So if you gave me a diamond block for the first one, and then I gave you one for the second one, then that is for your overall win in terms of most amount of loot on the third city.
Yeah, I just need to get a... Yeah, do you have a crafting table? Oh, no, I might have one here.
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations. Congrats.
And then we'll sort out this loot and separate it out so that it's we're both even on it. Mindless, you sure you don't want anything from it?
I don't know. What's even down here? Some skulk sensors. I'll take some skulk sensors.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's probably about the only thing I really need. Music disc. Yeah, probably just skulk sensor.
That is also loot. Perfect. Well, we'll go ahead and get this sorted out, and then cool. Thanks for joining, guys.
Yeah.
I'd like to probably do this again, maybe in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it again.
Gotta redeem myself. Go for some more loot. Well, unfortunately, I had to stop hanging out with Mega and Mindless because I had to go for some real-life things that were going on. But I am back, and I wanted to loot a couple more ancient cities. So obviously this won't be included in the loot that I'm splitting with Megatecha. But I figure I'm over here. There's still a couple cities yet to explore. So I'm going to spend some time over here and probably not show too much of it. I may record replay mod just in case something happens, if I die, or if something enjoyable happens, something funny. But otherwise, I'll bring you guys back once I'm done looting these couple cities. We're finally back from raiding the Deep Darks, and it was quite a fun time, honestly, hanging out with Megatecha and Mindless. And then I also raided another 4 Deep Dark ancient cities by myself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the loot. So if I get out of F5 mode, you can see that I have split the loot here. So in terms of all of this extra stuff, like these armors and potions and stuff, I gave Mega all of it. I didn't want any of it. In terms of the books, we both got one Swift Sneak 3, one Swift Sneak 2, and 2 Swift Sneak 1s. We both got a hoe, a couple crappy books, and then 3 gold notch apples, actually, each. And then I split them as evenly as possible on the rest of the stuff. You will notice that anything that had an odd number, I gave Mega the extra 1 of, just because I have a whole bunch of that same stuff over here from looting those other cities. So I figured I might as well just give him the extras and just keep mine for me. So I'm going to deliver those to him. At some point, I might just leave him sitting there and then let him know that he can come get them. But in terms of my own looting, we ended up with a whole lot of Swift Sneak, which is great. A bunch of hoes. We got 9 more notch apples. A couple skeleton heads, a couple pieces of legs, a bunch of decent books, a couple more decent hoes and some legs, and then a bunch of just crappy books, hoes, and legs. And then over here, I kind of already showed this, but a lot of candles, some soul torches, a lot of skulk, a whole ton of echo shards and disc fragments, so that's good. And then, yeah, just some extra stuff that we're probably never going to use. But I might give this away because I think Mechanic has plans for horse racing and stuff like that. So he may have a need for a bunch of diamond horse armor, but I don't really need it. So anyways, what are we going to do next? So now we're probably going to go start gathering some materials because I think I'm feeling a little bit of build time. You know, we've done some adventuring, and we're not going to do a crazy build this week because we did a lot of adventuring. But I do want to at least get started on like the base level of where our first mega project for the season is going to go. So I'm going to bring you back once I have all the materials I need to get that started, and we'll talk a little bit more about it before we actually get building. Well, I finally think I have all the materials I need to start on this build, and as I said in previous clips, this is the first mega project that I will be building on the Zetacraft server. And I will be building it right over here by my sort of industrial district where my farms are. And as you can see, here are my materials. We're going to be focused on the foundation of the build today. It's a pretty big build, so I estimate it'll probably take 2 to 3 episodes to fully build. And then a few, we'll probably do more interior stuff throughout like the next like 5 or 6 episodes after the build's complete. So I'm going to go ahead and just get right into this. I hope that you enjoy the time lapse. Let's go. Well, it's not the most beautiful build I've ever done, but it is important for what's going to sit on top of it. And as the world loads in, you can see how big this actually is. So what I wanted to do was kind of make this portion that juts out a little bit look like it was kind of falling off in the distance. I could have just kept going, and I may honestly increase this like railway area a little bit, just because these little gaps here is where the actual train car is gonna sit. And as you can see, it's gonna be sitting like basically right on the edge. So I may kind of fluff that out a little bit later, but for now I'm happy with it. I just wanted to get a solid foundation in place so that when I actually started building this, I didn't have to worry about building it floating on nothing. And as we talk about floating, I do want to mention that right now, this is only like 5 or 6 layers deep. Probably as the season goes on, I will come back and add more to this and try to make it flush with the ground and make it actually look legit. But I didn't want to worry about that for now. I just wanted to make it not a single layer and also not completely flat. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good from up here, which is the main view anyway. The next big thing that we have to do is we actually have to build up right here a little bit, because the entrance is going to be over a bridge that leads to that build. And this is pretty low, so I'm actually going to build this up. And then I also need to throw some bone meal and some kelp around the edges of it so that it's not just complete plain stone. And yeah, I'm not going to do all of that on camera. I'll probably do it all right now and then bring you back once it's complete. And just like that, it is completed. So I'm going to go into free cam to show this off a little bit better, just because it'll be a lot easier than trying to fly around and show it off. So I built up this cliff a little bit. I wanted it to kind of jut out. And also, like I said, there's going to be a big bridge here that leads from there to the build. So I wanted to make sure that it had enough support. I also went ahead and dug out this little false entrance for the train. So eventually this will be built up when I get to building over here. And then I also went around the edges and just added a bunch of bone meal and some kelp so that it will start fading into the ocean a little bit better. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably come back and clear out some of this, because I do realize like it goes from all of this to nothing to all of this, right? So it is a little bit of a harsh transition, but for now it looks better than being completely plain. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this area. We're actually going to go ahead and head over to Ricky and Time's gold farm, because I need to repair my tools. I also almost broke an elytra while I was over here. Then I need to drop all these empty shulker boxes off at the main base, or the starter base. And then we're probably going to head over to the gaming district, because there is a couple new games that have popped up over the last few days. And yeah, that's what you get when you make the first game on the server, right? Then everybody's like, oh, that was fun. I want to make games. And you know what I like to do? I like to play games. So we're going to go over there and see what's going on. All right, we're heading over here, and it's starting to look great. We got my game. We have Mindless's Mud Mountain, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But the one we're flying over here for, oh, and Time Architect built that beautiful game over there, which we might check out today, or we might not be able to get to that until next episode. But we are specifically coming over here to meet up with these two and do some ore races. So yeah, I'm going to let Ricky explain it, and here we go.
Well, welcome to Season 2 of Ore Races. The principle of the game is super simple. You take one stack of ore, make a pillar up on top of one of the 12 barrels that you see out here in the arena, and then once you get to the top, you take out your Fortune 3 pick and just go down to the bottom. And this season, what we're doing is we've actually added what I'm calling the Hall of Records, which we can find up here. So we're going to keep track of who has the highest yield for each stack of the different ores, as well as who does it the fastest from the time that you start breaking it to the time that the last block is broken. And then have the different times for all the various different ores that can realistically be mined. What you won't see in here is the normal diamond ore or deep slate coal, because to get a 64 stack of those in multiples seems unrealistic. But everything else should be pretty easily readily available for us to actually have some races in here.
And no emeralds.
Yeah, and no emeralds. Forgot about those. So the principle is pretty simple. We can use anybody's ores, or if you don't have ore that you want broken down, And our storage shed here on the side is some what I'm going to call store provided ores that can be broken down, but the proceeds have to be returned to the shed.
Oh, okay.
So-
Like you're providing it so that we can play if we don't have the ores.
Exactly, because everything's done in stacks, and then when you're done, just be sure to put the remaining raw ores into the wall of barrels on this side. So,
Perfect.
yeah,
Sounds good to
super
me.
simple.
What are we gonna race on?
I believe you said you had some copper ore that you wanted to break down.
I do, but I don't have 3 full stack. I have 2 and 56. So somebody has to
All right.
provide their own stack.
I will provide 1 stack for myself if you want to provide the other 2.
All right, cool.
Perfect.
Thanks.
And then we're gonna do multiple rounds of this. So Mindless, you said you had 1 too, right?
Yeah, coal. I want to break down some coal.
All right, throw
Excellent.
us some coal.
You got it. There you go.
And then we have to make bets on this
Ricky,
too, right?
coal.
We could definitely make bets, or we could just go for the best time, best yield for the Hall of Records. Up to us.
Oh, we're making bets. We don't
All
play
right.
these kind of games without bets.
All right,
Annie up to play.
I have a ender chest here. Let's go ahead.
5 diamond blocks per round.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
This
I'm
guy.
just throwing it out. We can obviously discuss those rates.
I was gonna start with 1 because I don't have that many diamond blocks right now.
Oh my gosh. Fine, 1 diamond block per round.
So someone, and I can't imagine who, has got most of my diamonds from their stupid game over there.
Well, be better at it. All right, there's my 2 diamond blocks. 1 for copper, 1 for coal.
I could get behind that. Copper, coal.
And we're
I'll tell
going to
you
just
what.
do
And
yield.
Copper and coal.
For,
Yeah, just
for the
do a
betting,
yield?
we're just going to do yield.
Yield. Yeah, just yield.
Tell you what, I'll throw one of my own on that I would like to do,
We're gonna
Okay.
break down some diamond. All right.
and I'll put a diamond block for one of each of those as well.
All right, so we're doing 3 rounds, 1 diamond block apiece per round.
Yep.
Yep. 1 diamond, 1.
All right, we're
copper,
gonna
and
go
1 coal.
least important to most important. So we'll start coal, then copper, and then diamond.
I like it. Go ahead and choose your corner.
I appreciate anybody that stuck around this whole time. Again, I know it wasn't the most glamorous build that I've ever built, but honestly, I wanted to set up for the successful build of our first server mega project on Zetacraft. So if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, do all those fun things, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Zetacraft. Bye!